Well, everybody, thank you so much for letting me play that video. I know it was rather long, but my mom has had a long life, so there definitely was a lot to show there. I just have a little something that I wrote in honor of my mom that I just want to read, and I'm going to read it to you, Mom. Mom, most people don't get to look back on their life and reflect with such enthusiasm on a life well lived. That is what makes this birthday so special. Today I get to honor you, Mom, not only as my dearest mother, but as a friend, mentor, teacher, and talented person who has lived a life well. That mom is worth celebrating. From the very start of your life, Grandpa and Grandma knew you were special. They were middle class and definitely did not have money to burn. But they decided to educate you in a way that was not the norm for a 1940s Slavic Southside gal. You took singing, accordion, piano, and elocution lessons. You were involved in clubs such as Junior Achievement and sang in bands. At 18, you had the opportunity to be the lead singer in a professional band on Rush Street. But Grandpa said no to that. You wanted to be a business major, but Grandpa said no to that too. Working as the head custodian in a Chicago public school, Grandpa said that you were going to go to college and be a teacher. A teacher? Really? There were so many other things that you could do with your life. There were so many other things that you had the know-how, talent, and savvy to do, and I will add here that you wanted to do. Yet, as the good daughter of Polish and Czech parents, you entered Chicago Teachers College and graduated with your first position in ELSA. The staff was quick to recognize your talents, and all those years of musical instruction came to fruition as you created programs and presentations to literally bless students and wow the entire school staff. Indeed, over the years, you have given the first glimpse of performance to hundreds of students, some of whom have become professional in film and in stage. After 1 year in ELSA, you moved on to teaching for Chicago Public Schools. You became a tough teacher in a tough neighborhood. With your business smarts, you created a network of trained parents and mentored staff, some of who are here today. You literally put your instinct for business sales into education and figuratively sold your teaching methods. And I will add that you would have made a lot of money on your teaching today, Mom, on Teachers Pay Teachers. Parents, staff, and children bought into your instruction and became lifelong learners. You believed in children who did not have the educational background, the monetary funds, the family structure, or the community support to move forward to achieve. You not only believed that they could do it, but that their parents could succeed as well. In fact, everyone was welcome in your classroom, and it was the parents of the children you taught that nominated you for your Thanks to Teacher award. That is rare in education. Mom, you absolutely loved being a teacher. I should know. I saw the long hours you worked and the sometimes poor conditions you worked in. I saw you cry the day that someone stole all of your teaching materials that you created at Henderson on 56th and Walcott, so that you had to do it all over again before school started. And you did. In those days, teachers had to make everything. There were no teacher stores, no Lakeshore Learning, no Amazon man to deliver, and usually no supplies in a poor neighborhood in a Chicago public school. I should know, because I understood as a kid that someone stole my mom. It's true. I knew I would get what I wanted if I asked you after 6 o'clock. You were too exhausted from teaching all day to ask you before that. I decided that I would never ever become a teacher. To be so well educated and work so hard for so little pay in comparison to people with the same amount of education made me make up my mind, or so I thought. I started off my college career as a psychology major, but years later during student teaching, wrote my name on the board and realized in a moment of epiphany that I had become my mother. My mother, who worked 2 to 3 jobs at a time to support our family because the teaching salary didn't cut it, and yet when offered other opportunities such as working for State Farm, working in the gifted office at the Chicago Board of Education, training teachers for a publishing company, turned it down to instead work in Inglewood, serving those whose families were essentially underserved. Even though this birthday celebration is more than about you being a teacher, I, personally, cannot think of you as my mom without thinking of you in this way. You taught for 40 years, and now I have taught almost just as long. You modeled for me what good teaching looked like during school hours as I came to public school with you in your classroom during my days off from Catholic school. You modeled for me the sacrifice that it took on a daily basis to work. You modeled for me how to navigate the political system in a public role. You truly modeled how I should live my life. Mom, you are an amazing woman, intelligent, beautiful, and talented. You are compassionate and concerned for others. You have made it your life to serve people, whether in your chosen profession as a teacher or in church as a Precepts Bible study leader. Many of my close friends call you mom or aunt, and you have been known by them to always hang out with us doing things and enjoying your life. With your current role as a travel agent, you have explored the globe and taken your friends and family with you. You enjoy life, people, and make friends wherever you go. I am so proud to call you my mom. Thank you for sacrificing your time, money, and talents for me. Thank you for raising me single-handedly. I could never repay you for the wonderful childhood you gave me. Thanks, Mom, and happy birthday. And now we have a few words by Uncle Denny and Aunt Chris. So for those of you that don't know Uncle Denny and Aunt Chris, Uncle Denny and Aunt Chris met my mom in college, so they have been friends that whole time, and I grew up calling them uncle and aunt, and calling all of their children and even extended family my cousins. So they have been friends for over 60 years, and I do thank God for them every day.
I just found this somewhere, and I thought it was just the perfect thing for me and Sherry. Sherry, I'm so grateful that I was able to walk through life with you for almost 60 years. You encourage me and bring fun and a little more, or I say a lot more energy into my life. You are the kind of person everyone wants to be around because you are excited about everything you do. You've always been caring and loving, offering help whenever we needed it. You are so much more than a friend. We have grown up together and gone through all the sorrows and joys with each other. You have become Aunt Sherry, and you have become Aunt Sherry to all my children and grandchildren. You are truly my sister. Thank you for always loving me and accepting me for who I am. I pray our children stay as close as they are and experience the joys of walking through life together for as many years as you and I have shared. I truly appreciate you, and I'm so thankful God paired us up as sisters. I love you. Happy birthday.
Who has friends for 60 plus years? That's right. Very few. Maybe some of you in here have done that. But Sherry has been our friend, faithful, dedicated, loving friend for over 60 years. It says, we've known you for over 60 and come to know you very well. You're a loving person who gives of herself to those in need. So many times that she'd be visiting people and just ministering to people. You're a kind-hearted, and most importantly, you have a great sense of humor. You and I have found reasons to laugh in the most unusual situations. We have. You have been a dedicated friend, like a sister. I pray we have many more years together. God loves you, and so do we. The crying, laughter, and prayer I will never forget. Happy birthday, Sherry.
And George is representing nephews and nieces and saying a few words about Aunt Sherry.
Yes. I'm George Georgopoulos, nephew. So this is my Aunt Sherry. I was probably 25 years old or so when I realized that although we weren't blood, we were always family. So she was always my Aunt Sherry to me, and still is. So I was asked to share a little bit from Mia about what Aunt Sherry has meant to me and us as a family, as an aunt. So the first thought that came to mind was always fun, full of energy, loving, caring, funny, dedicated educator. I had the opportunity to go to class with Aunt Sherry a few times when I was a kid and visit. And also, I was so glad that Aunt Sherry brought Mia and Larry as my family as well. I'll share a quick story with you about how our Aunt Sherry is someone who you always want in your corner. When my oldest sister, who couldn't join us tonight, was sick with some emergency sickness that had came over her years ago, there was long waits to see some of the best specialists and doctors in Chicago. And our Aunt Sherry worked tirelessly and relentlessly on behalf of our family, our sister, and a wait time that was said to be months to see some specialists turned into days and even weeks. And in closing, I'll just share this, that Aunt Sherry, you are someone that people want in their corner. And she is someone who will go to bat for you. And Aunt Sherry, I love you.
Love you too, Chuck.
We love you. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Love you.
And now my best friend, Leanne, a lot of you know her, some of you don't, but this is my best friend, Leanne, who's coming up, who flew in from Tennessee to be with my mom. My mom calls her her second daughter. And I went to grammar school with Leanne, and Leanne and I have lived together. We have been in each other's weddings. We have been through thick and thin, and I love her like a sister.
Cher, I know you have more than one second daughter, but I'm pretty sure I'm your favorite. At least that's how you make me feel, and it's been that way for the entire 45 years that we've been in each other's lives. You've been with me for all of my major life events, good and bad, and we've spent countless hours on the phone, often in the middle of the night, laughing our way through difficulties until our stomachs hurt. I can't even imagine how much less rich my life would have been without you. It's truly a joy to love you, and what a privilege and a blessing it is to be loved by you. Happy second 40th birthday. I love you, Cher. Cheers to you.
There was someone that was going to come, and I don't think she's here yet, and talk about my mom with her teaching career, but...
Takesha and I taught school together at Randolph. So she's here a little bit late because she has duties at her job, because she now is principal, a dynamite principal, over at Avalon School.
So it's funny, we talk about being educators, and so, yeah, late, but we show up. I think it's important that we show up. If you know one thing about Sherry, you know that she always shows up. And so right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm here, and I'm just here to share just a couple of things that I remember from us working together. Proverbs 31 answers the question of who can find a virtuous woman, and provides an illustration of what that looks like. Today, my fellow educators, family, and friends, I ask the question, who can find a committed educator, and what does that look like? When I think of an educator as such, one word comes to mind, superwoman, because she possesses supernatural teaching powers that are unique in the manner in which strategies are taught. She's patient as she watches others grow at their own pace. She is an amazing, energetic, educational bunny who is always ready to assist at the drop of a hat. She's a one woman after God's own heart. One who is, omnipresent when it comes to teaching and learning. She, models expectations while being ambitious yet fearless enough to never give up on believing that all children can learn. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I stand before you to declare that that's the educator I know, that's the sister friend that I love, and that's the superwoman that I respect. She is the one, the only Sherry Spackus. There's a part two because I have a son who loves her just as much as I do. And so he's actually the author of this book, Teacher Legion, Heroes of the Universe. Dear Mrs. Spackus, I want to thank you for being such a hero in my life. You live each day with pure joy, a kind heart, and a gracious soul. Your spirituality illuminates up to that of 1,000 suns. I appreciate you for loving me and thinking about me since I was a very young man. Even now, as I have become truly a young man, the love and the support remains the same. If you were a character in my book, your power would be everlasting light, as that is what you bring to my life, my mom's, and the hundred of students that you have taught. Again, I appreciate and love the woman that you are. You are a superwoman. You are, without a doubt, an essential part of my teacher legion. Love, Kyle.
Speech of the night. My mom wants to say a few words. Mom, here you are with a few words.
Now that's not true. Everybody knows that I'm not a person of a few words, right? We all know that. Well, I would like to, first of all, thank each and every one of you for celebrating my milestone birthday with me this evening. I'm not saying that word, but I've reached it. The right side is 40 and the left side is 40. So you figure it out. Can't mention that word because I don't feel it. So I had to make, well, my eyes tell the story because I had to make this font 20 inches or 20, what is it, Leandria? 20 what? 20 points, whatever it is. So I'm going to read a bit of this to you if you don't mind. It's difficult for me to comprehend how quickly years seem to pass in our lives. It seems like it was just yesterday that I was jumping rope, and I turned around and zap. I'm celebrating a milestone birthday. My mother years ago had said to me, Sherry, life goes by very quickly, so enjoy every minute of it. Now when you're 10 or 12, every day is long. But as the years escalate, those days become shorter as they dwindle down to a precious few. And you just don't want to give up those days. And I'm not going to give up those days at all. I'm going to stay as vibrant as I can with God's help. Well, throughout the years of my life, God has blessed me abundantly and shown favor to me, because I really don't feel my age, let alone the age that I am today. God has given me health, strength, stamina, family, dear friends to keep up and keep going on. Age is not a number in life. It's a well-earned gift of experiences. As I reflected on the people that God has brought into the different stages of my life, I came to the realization Life does not always introduce one to the people they want to meet. Sometimes life puts us in touch with the people you need to meet. People that will love you, help you, lead you, guide you, hurt you, stand by you, defend you, laugh with you, cry with you, and leave you. All this will gradually strengthen you into the person that you were meant to be. Everyone here today has left an impression on my heart and have been very instrumental in shaping me into the woman that I am today. Friends and family that have been an important part of my life. Friends and family that I love and love me back. There are many things in my life that I'm grateful for, but I would like to reflect on a few. I'm grateful for everyone present. I'm grateful for your friendship, your love, memories, and for celebrating my milestone birthday with me. I sincerely value your friendship and love. As quoted in Philippians, I thank my God in all my remembrance of you, always offering prayer with joy in my every prayer for you. For it is only right for me to feel this way about you, because I will always have you in my heart. And that's how I feel about each and every one of you. I'm grateful for God's grace and mercy throughout my life. God has always walked with me through the different stages of my life, whether it be in happy times or dark times. I know that he is always walking with me, and I trust him. He has brought me through many storms in my life and has given me many gifts beyond measure. He walks with me, talks with me, and tells me that I am his friend. The lyrics to this song explain my gratitude for his love. How can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you give your love for me. The voice of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to you. Just let me live my life. Let it be pleasing, Lord, to thee. Should I gain any praise, let it go to Calvary. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things he has done. With his blood he has saved me. With his power he has raised me. To God be the glory for the things he has done. There's another aspect of my life that I'm very grateful for. I'm grateful for my son-in-law, Larry, who I call son. He's a man of God who's a reflection of his beliefs. His gentle spirit, patience, and temperament have been an example to me. My heart bursts with pride as I view his love for my daughter, Mia, and how he cares for her. Their dedication to each other is a wonderful example of a solid Christian marriage. They're a team. He also takes very good care of me. He responds immediately whenever I call him for assistance in any matter with a very cheerful heart. He never says he's too busy to help me. Love you, Larry. I'm grateful for my loving, caring daughter, Mia. Who was always by my side through thick or thin. We share a very special dedication to each other and bond, not just as mother and daughter, but as best friends. We've experienced the joys and trudged through the struggles of life together. I'm so grateful for the unconditional love she has always given me, the respect that she has shown, and the bond that we share. We even share the same profession as teachers and have the same master's degree as a reading specialist. I am so very proud to be called her mom. She has brought much joy and happiness to me during her entire life and continues to do so. Thank you, Mia, for your love. I love you. Sometimes it's very difficult to put into words what you really feel in your heart. The following song will tell the words of my heart, as I would like you to listen to this, and I wish the same for you, with loved ones and your children. And I'm not going to come back to this podium, but I would like to leave you with a quote from Mark Twain. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. One is as young as they feel. I feel young, and I'm never going to give it up. Thank you. Now, if you would please just pay attention to the screen. I guess I lied, but what I really want to say is that I had this idea last night. Well, really, I had it a while ago, and I called up Bobby. And Bobby is amazing. And I had called up Bobby, and I said, I have this idea. I really want to honor my daughter. Can you help me with it? And Bobby said to me, anything for you, Aunt Sherry. I love him so. I fell asleep, and then I woke up thinking, wait a minute, I made those place cards. I should have sent those to Bobby. Why did I waste all the time on place cards? So I called up Bobby yesterday. Bobby made that video yesterday. Wow. I sent him pictures last night, late at night, Bobby. I didn't even know, 1:30 in the morning. Yeah, remember, I'm flipping through. And so I never expected. Bobby, you are the best. Would you come up here, please, so people can see you? Bobby is a star. I have to tell you. He did all that.
First of all, I just want to tell everybody that was a surprise to me from my mom to me. So, Mom, thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And my mom told me that my cousin Bob did this. And a lot of you know me, and you know that I don't have brothers and sisters, but you don't always know that what I don't have blood brothers and sisters from the same parents, but I have been blessed with amazing cousins that are like brothers. All the Georgopoulos cousins, like brothers and sisters, and Yukich family, raise your hand over there. Yukich is my maiden name, and that's my Uncle Billy, my Aunt Jeannie, my cousin Matt, and from my mom's side, my Uncle Larry and my Aunt Carla, raise your hands, and they have a slew of kids who aren't here tonight who are my cousins as well, so I am super grateful for friends, and I have been surrounded by amazing extended family, which I thank God for. Bobby, thank you so much. I owe you more than a dinner for that. Thank you. Okay, Mom, come on up.
All right. All right, we're getting ready to sing happy birthday to Sherry.
All right, here's the moment we've been waiting for.
All right, everybody's attention on the count of 3. We're singing happy birthday here, okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sherry. Happy birthday to you. Big round of applause. Come on for Sherry. All right. Pray over that wish.
It's COVID. No more candles.
Oh, there you go. All right, there you go. All right, another round of applause. That was a unique blowing out of the candles. That's the first time I've seen it that way. All right, all right, we're going to cut the cake. So cake is coming your direction, and then be ready now. In the next few moments, there's going to be some dance songs for the dance floor to be full. All right, for the dance floor to be full as we continue to take pictures.